Welcome back. It is day 8. December marches on, and we are continuing our foray through the box. Drinks by the dram. I think we're still marginally ahead of the calendar here. An inanimate object, very, very close to pulling in front of us here, but we're fighting back, and there is still so much to play for. Dave is going for number 8 here. It's in his corner of the court, so he's going to whip that one out, and we are going to do our damnedest to guess it, offering some resistance. No, here it comes.
So we've been throwing some absolute curveballs by this calendar, combination of very good picks of extremely bespoke or unique expressions, combined with our own preconceptions and our own going off on tangents or getting ideas in our heads.
That's always, this time of year, the blind box, it really brings one's preconceived ideas to light and then shames them horribly. That's what December is all about for us. So, last time was a very, very light one, and this one is looking pretty familiar.
Yeah, we're
not
not
quite as light.
there, but... Oh, we got Pete.
Hang
We've
on
got
a minute.
Oh. I don't want to leap to conclusions, but I think Isla Pete
Yeah,
is
I think
a fairly safe pick.
There are a few places where you can go have a sniff and it's like, well, we're here, and I'm pretty sure we're in Isla immediately. But
I think we're in Isla proper as well, not Isla Pete that's been sent somewhere else for whiskey purposes.
no,
There's usually more tells there.
This is pretty unmistakable. Okay, this is the bonus round. Isla is a very pickable region for both meta and flavor reasons, which I'll get into. But let's do this. Let's stay calm, Dave.
Yeah.
Stay calm. The guess is tantalizingly close.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten these in the past. I think my best hit rate has been with Colila. I think I've guessed 2 blind Colilas in my lifetime, on camera that is. And I felt very good about both of them. But gotta stay calm. Stay calm. Right, what have we got here? Ooh, okay. That is 100% Isla.
It is bringing the goods.
That is conceivably 110% Isla.
The ship has docked and is unloaded a hop of Lapete on my face.
That's gonna need water. Okay.
Oh, that's impressive.
Okay. Alright. What do we got? Now it's time for the meta picks to creep into my brain and destroy my proper tasting opinion. But
that pale colour makes me think young, so possibly a 10, possibly a no age statement, possibly even
make me think young.
I don't know, blended Isla whiskey. That's the thing, right?
Okay. All right. It's time for the professionalism to give way to the meta picking.
That's gone for you. Has it gone very flinty on the nose after adding water?
A little. It's certainly the edge has gone off it quite
very
dramatically.
stony and gravelly. Yeah.
Okay. Meta picks time. This is where it all goes bad. When you've got an Isla, it's almost always Colila. Because Colila, with its big output and its fairly lenient grasp on its casks, it tends to travel, tends to get out there. It tends to end up being bottled by your, Finlagons and your whatever. These distillery undisclosed but nonetheless single malt Isla things. There's a pretty strong tell for Colila. You get this extremely citrusy character, and then a less common sort of a smoky bacon. And it's in between this that you can kind of get a toe in there and begin to prise the whole thing open and say, I'm pretty sure this is Colila. I don't think this is Colila. There's a little bit of citrus, but not nearly enough, and there's no bacon. There's no bacon at all. It's not a particularly savoury note.
To my knowledge, which is admittedly limited, I've never seen a Kilhoman independently bottled in this format or any other.
I don't quite think the strength or the peat is strong enough from Kilhoman.
No, it's usually an extra heft and extra
Kilhoman
richness.
is both strong and it really punches with that
usually
peat.
Extremely young. So I think we have here is a bourbon cask, maybe 8 to 10 years old.
Yeah. And it's very, very pale as well. And that rules out a few numbers there.
Yeah.
Because if it was a conventional Lefroy or a conventional Collie for that matter, it would be coloured and it would be much, much darker. So that's actually a sensible meta pick. In that I don't think it's any of those. I do not think this is... This may be Ardbeg. I'll give you my gallery of what this might be.
Right.
This might be our big wee beastie.
Okay.
I don't. There's not quite mature
That's
enough
the
for 10.
5-year-old. Yeah.
I'm not actually sure what
I
age
think,
wee
I
beastie
think it's a
is.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I agree. This is really pretty young stuff. It could be Lagavulin 8, but I don't think it's quite strong enough for Lagavulin 8. It is just possible this is Laphroaig. I do not think the peat profile is right for Laphroaig, and the colour is certainly all wrong for Laphroaig, because Laphroaig 10 is coloured up to its elbows because it's such a popular international whisky. So I don't. It could yet be Laphroaig, but it had to be a weird one.
I'm veering in an Isla direction, but I think metagame as heck. But this is one of the sort of independently bottled. I won't say clean skin, but one of those Isla whiskies where it's bottled under a different name, like. There's ones
like a Finlagan style,
yeah,
right?
Like there's one I've heard of but never tried yet. Something like Aerolite Lindsay or something to that effect. They do a couple of different whiskies.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say independently bottled and probably Carl Ela, but I won't tell you that.
So we're both malt, we're both Carl Ela, so those are safe, and we're allowed to pick each for distillery. Damn. If it was older, I'd be more confident about this, but because it's a young one, I'm getting more of that spirit character, more of that raw Isla peat, and that's when those distilleries kind of start to they converge a wee bit.
Right, I have the bottle ready to reveal it.
All right, I got to pick something. Crap. I'm going to go Lagavulin.
Okay.
Lagavulin 8.
All right,
And
let's
I'm
see.
going to live or die by that one.
I'm going to let the internet see before. Aerolite Lindsay, 10-year-old.
No.
The character of Isla Whiskey Company.
No.
46%.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so in terms of facts here, this is an undisclosed.
This is just
10-year-old. The character of Isla Whiskey Company. How bizarre. That is so spooky. So it's single malt Scotch whiskey. So we don't actually know where it came from, but did you actually pick that, or was that just a?
It was an impression. I thought it might be one because
okay.
it's a popular independently bottled mystery Isla that it's been on the tip of my buying list whenever the samples come up. I've never got around to getting it. So it's such an odd name, but it really stands out.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, this is bound to be something we've not tried this particular whiskey before, because I think if we'd had this exact thing before, we would have recognised it. And so I thought, okay, it's something we've not had before, but it's also kind of distinct in its own way. So independently bottled, probably Carl Ela. And yeah, that name, Aerolite Lindsay, as it turns out.
Aerolite Lindsay, what an awful font choice. Did you see this crime of a font choice? Yeah, amazing.
Again, it's also possible it was influenced by, maybe it was on the list for another calendar that came across. Once we ruled it out as one we're not doing this year.
Well, if you pick that one, then give us the full 3. I'll take it for sure. God, I wish after all that scientific guesswork, I'm crushed that we don't get to know actually what distillery this came from.
I'm sure the internet can tell us officially or unofficially.
We have to go down a bit of a hole on that one to find out. But yeah, amazing, incredible. But yeah, I think this is definitely sort of 8-ish years old.
Yeah, it's a
whiskey
young one
from somewhere. And yeah, I still think Lagavulin and maybe Laphroaig on the absolute fringe.
I reckon Carl Ela.
Yeah, that's the safe bet.
Yeah.
That's the safe bet for sure. Anyway, that's for them to know and us to conceivably find out. But goodness me! All right, well that was an easy one. That was probably one of the easier ones we're going to get. So I'm glad we did well on that one. Those will be bad points to leave on the table. So doing well, and it's on today. Goodness me, what is it even? 9? 9 is next. Right. Well, join us then. And how are you doing if you're tasting along? Let us know your scores. We have a bit of a virtual league going on, and we'll trust you. We're all trustworthy people here at the Single Malt Review. Anyway, Sludger, we will be right back.